We welcome everybody to the Kaseya Center here in Miami, Florida. It is game for the Eastern Conference Quarterfinal Series between the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat. The Hawks, the number 2 seed, lead the series 3-0 right now, so it is do or die for the Miami Heat. As we look at the starting lineups, we have Trae Young, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Richazet, Johnson, and Porzingis. Young and Porzingis in this universe still a Hawk, because this was before the trade deadline here, as we also have Mitchell, Wiggins, Powell, Adebayo, and Ware for the Miami Heat. That's the starting five there, and Miami will win the opening tip. Again, do or die. We already had one sweep already, as Norman Powell will give the Heat the 2-0 lead early on. You see Trae Young with it right now, holding on to it. Young for three, and the Hawks on top. You look at the stats right there. Trae Young averaging 28.6 points away from the State Farm Arena. Norman Powell will shoot the three ball. That is no good. Jalen Johnson grabbing a rebound. Over to Dyson Daniels. The theme with the Heat in this series is they got off to like a good start. Like they played back and forth, lead exchanging. They exchange leads. They have a lead for a little bit, and then the Hawks would go on a big run to end the first quarter into the second quarter. This happened all three games. See Wiggins for three. He nails it, and the Heat are on top 5-3. That is the problem with the Heat. They would exchange leads, and then the Hawks would go on a big run to end the first quarter, and even for parts of the second quarter, as Johnson will miss it. And then the Hawks would never look back. That has been a trend for all the first three games. Heat. See Adebayo. You should back over to Wiggins. Wiggins for three. Off the back iron. Porzingis with the rebound. As I said, he and Trae Young, for the purposes of this season playthrough, still a Hawk in this universe. It's like Harden's still a Clipper, as Trae Young shoots a three. And the Hawks are on top by one. First lead of the game. Oh, no, wait a minute. They exchanged leads already, as I say. They were up 3-2. Adebayo will miss that one. Gets the offensive rebound in the put-in. And the Heat are on top again. Richazet with it. They shoot it over to Johnson. Johnson for three. No good. Khalil Ware with the rebound. Davion Mitchell with it. Coming around. They shoot over to Adebayo. Adebayo with the layup. That's in there. And the Heat are on top by three. The Heat looking to try to stay alive. They need to win this game to send this back to Atlanta. The Hawks looking to close out the Heat, as Trae Young will miss that one. Norman Powell grabbing the rebound. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins coming around. That layup is good, and the Heat are on top by 5. The Hawks shooting 2 of 6. The Heat 5 of 8 already, as we're over 3 minutes into the game. 15 on the shot clock. Dyson Daniels over to Trae Young. Trae Young for three. That's in there. I believe that's 6 points for Trae Young already. All the points have been through the beyond the arc for the Hawks so far in this game. Powell holding on to it. Dishes over to Adebayo. Adebayo with the layup and the lead up to 4. Trae Young crossing the half-court line. He shoots the three. That is no good. Porzingis with the rebound and a slam dunk. So we are 4 minutes into the first. 13-11, the Heat are on top. Game 4 of this Eastern Conference Quarterfinal Series. Norman Powell. Shoot over to Khalil Ware. 5 on the shot clock. Adebayo for three. No good. Trae Young grabbing the rebound. Zachary Richazet feeds it over to Daniels. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Johnson over to Richazet. Over to Trae Young. Young for three. In there! And the lead, 14-13. The Hawks regain the lead. Timeout, Miami. We're going to take one as well. 7:17 to play in the first. The Hawks lead it by 1. We are back out of the timeout here. 7:17 to play in the first. 14-13, Hawks leading it. As I said, this is a back and forth so far early on. That's what the Heat have been doing at this very part of the first quarter in every game before the Hawks went on a big run. How will the Heat handle this game? They have to figure something out if they want to keep this season alive. If the Hawks go on another one of those runs where the Heat cannot recover from, that's lights out for Miami. 5 on the shot clock. Adebayo for 3. No good. Trae Young grabbing the rebound. Over to Risage. Back over to Trae Young. Young. Jumper. Good. Trae Young, I think that's 11 for him in this game, and it's 16-13, Hawks on top. By the way, that's a 7-0 run right there for the Hawks. Wiggins for 3, no good, but Khalil Ware will get the offensive rebound in the slam dunk. That'll put an end to that 7-0 run. Rishaze. Back over to Young. Young for 3. No good. Khalil Ware with the rebound. They went over to Norman Powell. Back over to Andrew Wiggins, the former number 1 pick. Adebayo back over to Wiggins. 8 on the shot clock. Wiggins for 2, I think. That's no good. Trae Young grabbing the rebound. The Heat are playing in the play-in tournament in real life. Porzingis will miss that one as Davion Mitchell with it, getting the pass from Ware, who grabbed the rebound. 15 on the shot clock. Davion Mitchell, the former Sacramento King. Is it over to Khalil Ware? Back over to Powell. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins for 3. Good! And the Heat regain the lead. So that's a quick 5 unanswered points there to go on top by 3 again, or by 2 again. Young over to Porzingis for 3. No good. Adebayo with the rebound. Norman Powell coming around, and he's going to miss that one. Rishaje grabbing the rebound. Over to Daniels. To Porzingis. Back over to Young. Young coming around. That layup is good, and we are tied at 18. 4.5 to play here in the first. Davion Mitchell crossing the half-court line, and we will have a timeout called. 4:22 to play in the first. We're tied at 18. We're going to take a timeout. Coming out of the timeout here, we got some lineup changes here. So we got Kennard, Alexander, Walker, and Okongwu checking into the game. And for the Miami Heat, let's see here. Yakichonis, Larson. Larson actually coming off the bench in this game. He's been a starter throughout most of the series already. Jovic returning to the lineup. Pelle Larson back over to Yakichonis. Yakichonis dishes over to Jovic. Jovic for 3. No good. Kennard with the rebound. Jovic missed the first 3 games of this series with injury. He's recovering, as you see. There's a shot. That's good by Trae Young. Trae Young putting the Hawks in the lead again. Yakichonis. Over to Andrew Wiggins here. 8 on the shot clock. Wiggins for 3. No good. Okongwu grabbing the rebound. Trae Young crossing the half-court line. 15 on the shot clock. Over to Trae Young. Young. And there's a slam dunk. I believe that's Okongwu. Trae Young will have the assist there. And 6 unanswered points, and it's a 22-18 lead for the Atlanta Hawks, as I say. Jovic dish it over to Adebayo. Adebayo, no good. Alexander Walker with the rebound. Over to Kongu. So it wasn't Kongu. I think that was Daniels, I think. Or Johnson, actually, that had the slam dunk. But Trae Young for three. No good. Adebayo grabbing the rebound. Wiggins, dish it over to Larson. Larson back to Wiggins. Wiggins for three. Good! Only a 1-point game right now. Get a defense chance right now. Get it over to Kennard. Alexander Walker for three. No good. Adebayo grabbing the rebound. 2 minutes of play in the first. This game coming to you from the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. I'm Vinny from vdubproductions. If you like what you see, hit that like button, comment. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. Alexander Walker coming around. He puts a shot up. That's good. You see the Hawks shooting 10 of 20 to 9 of 21 for the Heat, but it's still a 3-point game. And that is, Adebayo will retain possession of it. 8 on the shot clock. Adebayo, he'll miss that one. Kongu grabbing the rebound. Alexander Walker. Bam Adebayo, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Alexander Walker for three. No good. Jovic grabbing the rebound. Jonas. Over to Pelle Larson. Larson. That shot. That's tipped, and Jovic will get it again. Jonas for three. No good. That is tipped. That's going to go out of bounds. Who is it off of? And they're going to say it was off the Hawks. Heat will get possession. As we look at the lineup changes now, we got Young, Kennard, Alexander Walker. Mohamed Gay is actually how you pronounce his name. Fontecchio Johnson checking in the game. Jovic moving to center as Gay will grab the rebound. Walker for three. No good. Larson grabbing the rebound under 30 seconds. Now we got 30 seconds to play. Jonas for three. Drains it. We're tied at 24. This is probably the best first quarter the Heat has played in this series. Mohamed Gay for three. No good. But Kongu will get the slam dunk off the offensive rebound. Shot clock turned off as we got 8 seconds to play in the first. Larson. Coming around. There's a three-point by Larson. No good, and that will do it. At the end of 12, the Hawks leading the Heat 26-24. You're watching Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals here on vdub Productions. We'll be back to start the second quarter shortly. All set to start the second quarter. So let's see. I believe that is Porzingis, Alexander Walker. As Alexander Walker will miss that one. It looks like that might be Gay out on the court as well. Jonas, jump shot, no good. So it is Porzingis for sure. So it's Kennard, Alexander Walker, Porzingis, Houston, and Gay. Yes. That is a lineup set for the Hawks. Houston. To Porzingis. Back over to Mohamed Gay. Over to Kennard. Kennard for three. No good. Larson is out there. So we got Larson, Jonas, Fontecchio, Jovic, and Powell. So that's the lineup set for the Miami Heat as Powell misses that one. Houston. We got a problem. We'll see if he'll be a problem for Miami in this one. Houston for three. He drains it. And the Hawks up by 5. Jonas. Over to Norman Powell. Powell coming around. It looked like Porzingis had a piece of it. Hits the backboard. Hawks control it. Mohamed Gay. Over to Houston. Back over to Nico Alexander Walker. Back to Porzingis. Porzingis over to Houston. Back over to Alexander Walker. 4 on the shot clock. That shot is good. And it's a 7-point lead. That's a 7-0 run dating back to the end of the first quarter. See the Hawks at 13 of 28, 10 of something for the Heat. Larson back to Fontecchio for 3. Drains it. That ends that 7-0 run. Porzingis. And he's going to throw that away. Careless turnover on the Hawks there. Quinn Snyder not too happy there. Jovic will, is it Jovic or Jovic? I'm sorry. I will get confused right there. Yakachonis. 10 on the shot clock. Yakachonis for 3. No good. Gay will grab the rebound. See Kennard holding on to it right now. 15 on the shot clock. And there, Kennard for 3. No good. Jovic with the rebound. 3 minutes into the second quarter. 4-point lead for the Hawks. Game 4 of this Eastern Conference Quarterfinal Series. The Hawks looking to close this series out in a sweep. The Heat looking to win to send this to a Game 5. We've already had one sweep. Larson for 3. No good. Gay will get the rebound. Trae Young looking to check back into the game as he's heading to the scorer's table. And there's somebody else for the Hawks as well looking to try to check back in. Porzingis, jump shot, no good. Larson with the rebound. Over to Yakachonis. Over to Powell. Powell back to Yakachonis. Powell back to Jovic. Powell needs to get the shot up. 1 on the shot clock. Powell, no good. Porzingis with the rebound. Nickeil Alexander-Walker over to Houston. Houston for 3. No good. Both teams seem like they've been struggling the last few minutes to score. Yakachonis. Over to Larson. 4 on the shot clock. Larson coming around with a layup. That's good. And Heat are within 2. As we said, we had 7 lead changes, 2 hot ties. The largest lead for the Hawks was 7. As we have a timeout called by the Hawks here. We're going to take one as well. 7:19 to play in the second. The Hawks lead it by 2. Coming out of the timeout here. Let's look at the lineup set here. Trae Young, Alexander Walker, Johnson, Porzingis. Let's see. And for the Heat, Larson stays out there. Powell, Wiggins. And we'll see. So it is Johnson, Porzingis, Young, Alexander Walker, and I think Okongwu. The official lineup set for the Hawks. And for the Heat, I see Porzingis for 3. Good! So it is Powell, Wiggins, Adebayo. I think it's Khalil Ware out there. That's no good by Okongwu. Khalil Ware and I think Larson's out there. And Trae Young already has 20 points in this game and a lead up to 7 again. So that's 5 quick points to put them up by 7 again. Over to Norman Powell. Dish it over to Adebayo. Over to Wiggins. 10 on the shot clock. Wiggins for 3. No good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. Young coming around. Slam dunk! Jalen Johnson off the assist from Trae Young as Davion Mitchell looking to check back into the game as we are halfway through the second quarter. The Hawks leading it by 9 now. 7 straight points by the Hawks. Powell for 3. That puts an end to the run. Trae Young back over to Alexander Walker. Porzingis. No good. Adebayo grabbing a rebound. Kristaps Porzingis only 5 points on 2 of 6 shooting. Adebayo. And he's blocked. And there's Alexander Walker coming around. Young back to Johnson. Over to Alexander Walker for 3. Drains it! The lead back up to 9. Timeout Miami. We're going to take one as well. 4:49 to play in the second. The Hawks up by 9. Coming out of timeout. Let's see here. Dyson Daniels checks back into the game. Same with Rishaze. Johnson moving into the power forward position. And for the Heat, Mitchell, Wiggins switching positions. And who else is out there? I think Fontecchio is back out on the court. Trailing by 9 right now. Davion Mitchell checking back in the game. 13 on the shot clock. Over to Fontecchio. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Adebayo. 5 on the shot clock. They got to get the shot up. Being guarded by Young. Adebayo gets a shot off the back iron. But Andrew Wiggins with the offensive rebound. Then the slam dunk. This is Game 4 in the Eastern Conference Quarterfinal Series from the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. Fontecchio with the rebound. I am Vinny from vdubproductions. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. Also, if you want to help the algorithm out, do comment on these videos. That'll help the algorithm out and help me get monetized. As Trae Young shoots the 3, and he'll drain it. That's 23 for him in this game, and a lead up to 8. Adebayo. Over to Davion Mitchell. Back over to Wiggins. Wiggins will shoot the 2. No good. 3, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Wiggins has 15 points in his first game starting in this series. Usually it's Larson that got the start, but Wiggins will get the start in this game as Trae Young will shoot another 3. 26 points for him, and for the first time, the Hawks lead is up to double figures. Adebayo over to Davion Mitchell. Back to Mitchell. Fontecchio had it for a second. This is over to Wiggins. 9 on the shot clock. Wiggins for 3. No good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. Got Dyson Daniels. Daniels back to Young. Young for 3. That's in there. Make that 29 for him. And the lead is up to 14 for the Hawks. Over to Simone Fontecchio. 10 on the shot clock. Mitchell back to Wiggins. Wiggins dishes over to Mitchell. Mitchell for 3. No good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound, under 2 to play in the second. Dyson Daniels, easy slam dunk. The Hawks lead it by 16. The Hawks, 52 points. They're shooting 51% from the field. Well, the Heat at 33% shooting. They only have 36 points. Adebayo. Looking to try to bulldoze his way through, but he thinks better of it. Fontecchio to Wiggins for 3. That is no good. Johnson with the rebound. Rishaje with it. Dish it over to Okongwu. Okongwu is going to go to the line after that slam dunk and one opportunity as Khalil Ware called for his first personal foul. That's the first team foul called against the Heat in the second quarter. We got substitution out on the court here. Pelle Larsson coming back into the game for Fontecchio. Wiggins will move to small forward. Okongwu trying to get that lead up to 19. And he does exactly that. 78 seconds left to play until halftime. Here in this fourth game of this Eastern Conference Quarterfinal Series. Adebayo is holding on to an 8 on the shot clock right now. Under a minute to play here in the second. Khalil Ware. That shot is up. That is no good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. The Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels with a slam dunk. He's going to go to the line for an and one opportunity with Bam Adebayo. That's his first personal foul, second team foul. The lead up to 21 now. Chance of making 22. Dyson Daniels, chance to hit the free throw here. He does exactly that in the lead up to 22. The Hawks are in the bonus because they had a couple of fouls in the final 2 minutes. Damian Mitchell back over to Pella Larson. Push it over to Bam Adebayo. They are without the services of Tyler Hero throughout the entire series here. Hawks will get the ball after a very terrible, careless turnover against Adebayo. Shades of Dan Orlovsky there. They can just hold on to this right now. Trae Young. And they're Young. He's going to go to the line, and that's going to be an and one opportunity. I think that's 31 for him already, I think, in this game. I could be wrong, but I think he's got to be nearly over 30 points now in this first half. 5.7 to play in the second. And it looks like that the Hawks are running away with this again. That's a miss right there. Wiggins, no good, and that will do it for the first half. The Hawks blew this game open. They're leading it 60-36. It was 26-24 at the end of one. But they outscored the Heat 34-12 in that second quarter. As you see Quinn Snyder being interviewed. His team up by 24. And we're going to take you to the halftime report. You're watching the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals on VDub Productions. We'll see you guys in the second half. Back here in Miami, as I said, it's a 24-point lead for the Hawks. They outscored the Heat 34-12 in that second quarter. It was a very close game for a while. As I said, the Heat kept it close for a while, but this time the Hawks started blowing it open later stages of the second quarter. As there's no need for to give you guys a lineup set, as the starting lineups for both teams are out. The starting five for both teams are out to start the second half. They see Trae Young coming around. He has a layup. That's 33 for him. 13 and 19 shooting, plus 26 out on the court. Trae Young wants to end the series for the Hawks. As you see, Khalil Ware over to Norman Powell. At 5 on the shot clock. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell for 3. No good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. Got Dyson Daniels. Hawks out rebounding the Heat 29-23 right now. Dyson Daniels. Back over to Johnson. 8 on the shot clock. Over to Young. Young for 3. Good! That's 36 for him. And a lead up to 29, their largest lead of the game. Norman Powell will shoot the 3. No good. Johnson grabbing a rebound. No points for the Miami Heat in the last 5.5 minutes. That, by the way, is going back towards the. That is going back to the end of the second quarter. Adebayo. Mitchell for 3. No good, and that drought's gonna continue. Could be closer to 6 minutes now on this drought. We're 2 minutes into the third quarter. Trae Young, that's jump shots up. That's no good. Wiggins with the rebound. Andrew Wiggins over to Mitchell. 15 on the shot clock. Mitchell for 3. No good. Johnson with the rebound. Rishaze has it. Coming around. I don't think I called his name yet on the score sheet. Rishaze, jump shot, no good. Powell with the rebound. Norman Powell, the Bam Adebayo, and that will end that lengthy scoring drought. That was nearly at least 6.5 minutes of scoreless, that dating back to the end of the second quarter. Trae Young, that shot is up, and that is no good. Mitchell with the rebound. As we got Andrew Wiggins. And there, Wiggins for 3. No good. Porzingis with the rebound. Trae Young back to Rishaze. Rishaze for 3. He nails it. I think that might be his first 3 points in the game, and the lead is up to 30. Timeout. Miami. We're going to take one as well. 8:22 to play in the third. The Hawks leading it by 30. Coming out of the timeout here, 68-38. Hawks on top, game 4. Eastern Conference Quarterfinals with the Hawks looking to close the series out in the sweep. Though the Hawks in real life are the number 6 seed in the NBA, in the Eastern Conference playoffs. They'll be taking on the New York Knicks, who are the 3rd seed in real life. And speaking of the Knicks, we'll see them take on the Pistons in the next video. Adebayo, that shot is good. Bam Adebayo with 10 points in this game. It is a 1-8 match in the season playthrough for the Knicks and the Pistons, as Jalen Johnson with the slam dunk of the lead back up to 40 or 30, I should say, with Porzingis getting the assist there. Maybe 1 versus 8 with the Knicks being the 1 and the Pistons as the 8 seed, but in real life the Pistons are a lot better. And Porzingis grabbing the rebound as the Pistons are the top seed in the Eastern Conference in the IRL playoffs. They gotta wait for a couple of playing games to see Rishaze with it. There's a jump shot, no good. Adebayo grabbing the rebound. Wiggins. And there, he'll shoot the 3. That's good. So we're 5 minutes into the second quarter. It's a 27-point lead for the Hawks from the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. Trae Young misses that one. Adebayo grabbing a rebound. Mitchell Over to Powell. To Khalil Ware. Back over to Norman Powell. And there's a slam dunk by Khalil Ware. Rishaze with it. Over to Johnson. Back over to Daniels. Daniels for three. Good! Lead back up to 28. Powell, 15 on the shot clock for the Heat right now. Taking his time. Davion Mitchell for three. No good. Johnson grabbing the rebound. Rishaze has it. As we're halfway through the third quarter, this game coming from the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. I see Jalen Johnson with the slam dunk and the lead back up to 30. Rishaze with the assist there. And we're going to have a slew of substitutions coming in for the Hawks pretty soon on the next dead ball. Powell coming around with the layup. That's good. Rishaze back over to Young. Trae Young for three. No good. Khalil Ware grabbing the rebound. Five minutes of play in the third. Adebayo over to Mitch, that was Wiggins. And he cuts the deficit to 25 with 4:48 to play here in the third. Young passes that up over to Johnson. Johnson for three off the back iron. Khalil Ware grabbing the rebound. Andrew Wiggins. Over to Bam Adebayo. 13 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Norman Powell. Powell for three. No good. Porzingis with the rebound. Dyson Daniels. And they almost lost it for a second, but Jalen Johnson has it. Over to Rishaze. Rishaze for three. No good. Trae Young gets the offensive rebound. That's no good. Porzingis with the offensive rebound. He's going to go to the line for an and one opportunity as Khalil Ware called for his first personal foul, first team foul called against the Miami Heat. Slew of substitutions coming into the game for both teams. Let's look at the lineup set. Kennard, Alexander Walker, Houston. I think that's Mohamed Gay. And then let's see here. Couldn't see anything. I know it's Wiggins, Jovic, Norman Powell, Larson, and who else is out there? I knew it was Wiggins. Powell for three. And he got it. And Bam Adebayo. That's the lineup there. So we have Houston, Alexander Walker, Kennard, Porzingis, and Mohamed Gay. That is the lineup set. As we have some other players checking in, trying to check into the game here. Mohamed Gay. Shooting back over to Alexander Walker. 2 on the shot clock. Alexander Walker for three. No good. Adebayo grabbing the rebound. Go over to Paulo Larson. Larson, they shoot over to Powell. Powell over to Adebayo. Adebayo with the slam dunk. 23-point lead. That's the closest they have been in a while. As close as they've been actually in the second half. Alexander Walker for three. No good. Adebayo with the rebound. Wiggins. Coming around over to Larson. Larson shoots back over to Wiggins. 10 on the shot clock. Wiggins will get the three off. No good. Porzingis with the rebound. The Hawks going the other way. Alexander Walker dishes over to Kennard. Kennard. Over to Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker for three. No good. Jovic with the rebound. Over to Powell Larson. Back over to Powell. Larson. Coming around. Dish it over to Jovic. Powell. 9 on the shot clock. The Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins, jump shot. No good. Porzingis with the rebound here. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. 78-55. Make that 81-55 Hawks. So this game coming to you from the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida. I'm Vinny from vdubproductions. If you like what you see, comment and hit the like button. And also, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And also, if you're able to support me financially, there is a link in the description down below to my Cash App. As well as you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Or X, I should say. Houston for three, off the back iron. Porzingis, he'll get the second chance points there, and the lead back up to 28. (18) on the shot clock. Under a minute to play in the third. Powell for three. Porzingis with the rebound. Over to Porzingis. Porzingis, Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker will miss that one. Wiggins will get the rebound. It's a 28-point game. And no good right there. Getye will get the rebound over to Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker with the layup. The lead is up to 30 now. Powell once again, last second shot. Not sure why Adebayo passed it, but it's no good anyway. But we are at the end of the third quarter here. The Hawks 12 minutes away from a date with the Orlando Magic in the second round. We'll be back to start the fourth after these messages. Get ready to start the fourth quarter, but of course we have the State Farm assist of the game. That goes to Trae Young on that alley-oop to Dyson Daniels. Or no, Jalen Johnson, I should say. So we got Yakachonis. I believe it's Jovic, Yakachonis, Larson, Powell, Fontecchio. And that is no good. Okongwu, I know, is out there. Alexander Walker, Bufkin, Gay, and Alexander Walker. That's their lineup set there. Bufkin, that shot is good. So yeah, as I said, Fontecchio, Larson. Somebody else is out there. Yeah, as I said, it was Jovic. And there is Powell, and I think one more. Yeah, Yakachonis, that's it. So that's the lineup set for both teams. That shot is up. That is in and out. We have 15 on the shot clock. The Bufkin dishing over to Okongwu. Back over to Gay. Over to Alexander Walker for three. No good. Yakachonis will grab the rebound. No points for the Miami Heat in nearly 4.5 minutes, but that will come to an end there. Simone Fontecchio has the three, and that ends that 4.5-minute drought. They had a 4.5-minute drought, and they had nearly a 6.5-minute drought earlier in this game. Kennard for three. Good! The lead up to 32 again. Yakachonis. And there, 10 on the shot clock to Pelle Larsson. Yakachonis. Powell for three. Good! The lead down to 29. Bufkin for three. No good. Jovic will get the rebound. Over to Yakachonis. Get over to Norman Powell. Powell dishes over to Jovic. Jovic will put the shot up. That's in there. I guess it's Jovic. So I was wrong on both pronunciations. Alexander Walker for three, no good. Larson will get the rebound. Larson over to Powell. Jovic gets it over to Iacochonis. In on the shot clock. To Powell. Powell for three. No good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. Over to Luke Kennard. Kennard back to Bufkin. Bufkin over to Alexander Walker. Four on the shot clock. Bufkin. He'll put the shot up. That is no good. Okongwu gets the offensive rebound and the put in. The lead up to 30 or 29, I should say. Iacochonis. 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. Fontecchio. Over to Jovic. Jovic for three. No good. Kennard grabbing the rebound. Over to Alexander Walker, and he's going to go to the line shooting one as Fontecchio called for his first personal foul, first team foul. As we look at some substitutions here, let's look at the lineup set. Kennard, Alexander Walker, Krejci, Powell, or is it Newell, I should say, Asa Newell. And then Iacochonis, Powell, Wiggins, Jovic. And who else is out there? Adebayo, I think. And the free throw missed. And their Powell jumper. No good. Okongwu grabbing the rebound. Lead up to 31. They led by as many as 32. We'll be back in the... We're still in the Eastern Conference on the next video. As I said, that'll be game 4. The Pistons and the Knicks in the 1-8 match. And that is stolen by Bam Adebayo. Iacochonis. Over back to Wiggins. Wiggins to Iacochonis. They shoot it back to Adebayo here. 10 on the shot clock. Norman Powell coming around. Powell back over to Iacochonis. Iacochonis, he's going to go to the line. He'll shoot two as Krejci going to the line for his first personal foul. First team foul as Iacochonis. Iacochonis at the line. He'll shoot two free throws. Iacochonis will hit the first one, and let's see who's coming into the game now. Krejci going to go to the bench. Mohamed Gay coming in. Jursic or something coming into the game now, and Jovic going back to the bench. Khalil Ware also out on the court. He'll hit the second one. Mohamed Gay. Over back to Kennard. Kennard over to Alexander Walker for three. Good! Lead up to 32. Matches our largest margin of lead in this game. Adebayo coming around. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins for three. No good. Adebayo will get the offensive rebound, but he can't get the put in. And you see Luke Kennard over to Jurisic. No good. Iacochonis. Over to Wiggins. Wiggins coming around. That's good. 23 points for Andrew Wiggins. And his only start of the series as we were over halfway through the fourth quarter here. 30-point lead. This game coming to you from the Kaseya Center. Game 4 of this Eastern Conference Quarterfinal Series where the Hawks are just about 540 away from sweeping the Heat out of the playoffs and setting up a second round match against the Orlando Magic. But if you're still watching this, please leave a like and comment on this video to help with the algorithm. And also, if you're new to this channel, since you already started watching this or still on this channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out, as Luke Kennard will shoot the 3. And the Hawks reach the century mark and the lead up to 33, their largest in this game. I do want to apologize to all my viewers that have been watching these videos, especially these Game 4s. They have not been ultimately remotely competitive at all. Jurisic coming around, layup is good. Jurisic. Luke Kennard will get the rebound there. I think Kennard's a Laker in real life. I think he went there at the trade deadline. Yakichonis for 3. Good! It's Kennard holding on to it right now. Final 4 minutes of this game and final 4 minutes of the season, of the series. Final 4 minutes for the Hawks, or the Heat, I should say. The Hawks are 4 minutes away from setting up a second round match with the Orlando Magic, who swept the Chicago Bulls out of the playoffs in a 6-3 upset. So the Hawks fans can already get ready to get out your cell phone, get out your smartphones, go on the Ticketmaster app, and book your ticket and buy your tickets for games 1 and 2. Yakichonis over to Wiggins. Wiggins for 3, no good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound. As we're down to the final 3 minutes, Jurisic over to Gay. Gay will miss that one. Wiggins grabbing a rebound. Bam Adebayo. And that is no good. Okongwu grabbing a rebound to Mohamed Gay. Over to Jurisic. Jurisic with the bucket. Over to Khalil Ware. Norman Powell. Pushing it back over to Yakichonis. 5 on the shot clock. Gets it in there, Adebayo. He'll make that one. It's 104-74. Final 2 minutes of this series. So we will have our second team advance to the second round. We'll actually have our first confirmed second round match. Gets it over to Alexander Walker for 3. No good. Adebayo with the rebound. Guess we got Andrew Wiggins. Back over to Adebayo. Adebayo coming around. And he's going to throw that one away. Out of violation, Hawks ball. Yeah, substitution out on the court. Let's see here. We'll have Houston and Dante, I think is his name. I think we're seeing some of the bench being emptied here. Mitchell, Wiggins, and Powell. So I think they're going to have the starting 5 out for the Miami Heat. Meanwhile, I saw the Hawks emptying some of the bench for the players that we have not seen in the series here. As you see, the bucket makes it a 32-point lead for the Hawks, led by as many as 33. Final minute of play in this series. The Heat actually won a game in Detroit in the play-in tournament to get the 7th seed. They see Wiggins will miss that one. Dante will get the rebound. Shot clock still on, so you do have to take one more shot. Though you technically could just let the shot clock, take the shot clock violation. Okongwu. Kennard for 3, and that's stat padding right there. Team up by 35 now. Final 10 seconds. And that it will do it for this series here. Miami had a back and forth early part of the game. They even had it up to the second quarter. But this time, once again, the Hawks know how to blow games open. And they did it once again in Game 4. And that is a wrap on the Miami Heat season for this season playthrough. We'll see how they actually do in the play-in tournament. If they even make the NBA playoffs in real life, as you see Trae Young being interviewed by Allie LaForce. And I have a feeling that Young is going to be named player of the game, and that is the case. It is now time to look at the post-game player statistics. For the final time, we're looking at the Miami Heat, where we have Andrew Wiggins with 23.6 rebounds, 1 assist. Bam Adebayo with 16 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist and a steal. Norman Powell with 13 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Kasparas Yakachonis, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Simone Fontecchio, 6 points, 1 rebound. Khalil Ware, 4 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. Nikola Jovic, 2.7 rebounds. And then we got Pelle Larsson with only 2 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Davion Mitchell with only 1 rebound and 2 assists. Kasheed Johnson, no stats in 1 minute of play. Drew Smith is the only player who did not play for the Miami Heat. He probably should have gotten in just to get some action. And now for the victorious Atlanta Hawks, who are moving on to the next round. We have Trae Young with 36 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 19 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Followed by Kristaps Porzingis, a double-double, 10 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks. Luke Kennard with 9 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Dyson Daniels, 8 points, 3 assists. Jalen Johnson with 8 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Followed by Onyeka Okongwu, 7 points, 15 rebounds, 1 assist. Nikola Jurisic, 4 points scored. Let me see. Zachary Rishaze, 3 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Caleb Houston with 3 rebounds and 1 point. Kobe Buffkin, 2 points. Then we got Mohamed Gay with 6 rebounds, 1 assist. Nafali Dante, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Asa Newell, no stats in 1 minute of play. Same with Vit Krejci. And everybody who was eligible to play for the Atlanta Hawks did enter the game for at least 1 minute. And that is it for your post-game player statistics. In the next video, we're staying in the Eastern Conference. We have Game 4 between the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons from Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. The 8-seeded Pistons, surprising everybody, at least to this season playthrough, leading the series 2-1, even though we do know in real life the Pistons were a lot better than what their record suggested in this season playthrough. As we know, the Pistons are the top seed in the Eastern Conference in real life. Well, the Knicks are the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, so it's still a potential Eastern Conference Finals match. We'll see how that turns out. And if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. And also don't forget, there is a link in the description down below if you're able to support me financially. Support me. You can donate to my Cash App, and the link is in the description down below, as well as where you can follow me on X and Instagram. And with that, I want to remind everybody the final score of the game. The Atlanta Hawks complete the sweep of the Miami Heat. They defeat the Heat 109-74. We have our first confirmed second round matchup. It will be in the Eastern Conference Semifinals. The Atlanta Hawks and the Orlando Magic. And with that, I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.